Hey everyone, it's Greg and it's another edition of Unbreakable. It's Saturday, December the 9th, and we're here. We're going to talk Eagles today, a little bit of Phillies, and our friend Bud is with us. There it is. Thanks for joining us, Bud. Yeah, guys, big one to sit up to. Yeah, Sunday night, Eagles, Dallas. It's always a big game, Dallas week. More so this week because Dallas really wants this game bad. They have revenge after losing to the Eagles earlier this season in Philadelphia. Dallas has 14 games in a row at home they've won. They need the game to tie the Eagles in the division. It's a really important game for Dallas, but I can't see the Eagles getting, first of all, I can't see them getting annihilated 2 weeks in a row. That's number one. I mean, they just got their butts kicked by the 49ers last Sunday. When was the last time the Eagles were destroyed 2 weeks in a row? I can't remember. My point is that leads me to take the 3.5 points with the Eagles. Whether the Eagles win or lose, I think it's going to be a close game. So get that out of the way. I think it's wise to take the 3.5 points if you're a betting man or woman, and take the points with the Eagles. Then, will the Eagles win the game? I think they will. Not because I'm a homer. I just think the Eagles, after being embarrassed last week on the national TV Sunday night game, I just think the Eagles are going to show up tomorrow and play a great game. I think certain players are going to have a good game. I think Jalen Hurts is going to throw for 3 touchdowns. I think A.J. Brown is going to have a big game. Granted, C.D. Lamb on Dallas, I think he's going to run amok. Our secondary is not very good. And I think C.D. Lamb is going to have a big game too. It's going to be high scoring. I say Eagles 31, Cowboys 30. That's how close it's going to be. I just think the Eagles are going to win because it means a lot to the Eagles too. If the Eagles lose, they fall into a tie in the division with the Cowboys. Tiebreaker, 49ers already played the tiebreaker for the number 1 seed in the NFC. Eagles can't fall behind these teams. That's why they just can't. If they lose tomorrow night, it's going to be an uphill struggle, even though the Eagles have sort of an easy schedule on the rest of the way. At Seattle, come home and play the Giants and Arizona, and then play the final game of the season in New York against the Giants again. They should win all those games. But tomorrow's the key game. It really is. Again, I think the Eagles need to be aggressive, go down there and stay aggressive, score touchdowns, not field goals. Of course, like any game, turnovers are going to be the key. You got to limit the turnovers. You got to force Dak Prescott into mistakes. It's better this year is not throwing as many interceptions. The pass rush is the key. You get a good pass rush on Prescott, you force him to make mistakes. If you get a good pass rush on Prescott, the secondary doesn't come into play as much. You get Prescott to roll out of the pocket, you sack him, you knock him down. Everything is thrown off. The timing is thrown off. Eagles are going to have Zach Cunningham back at linebacker. Shaq Leonard, it's his first game with the Eagles at linebacker. I expect the defense to play better. The old hats, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, I could just see their eyes lighting up at Dallas. You know, the Eagles haven't won in Dallas since 2017. They haven't swept the Cowboys in this series since 2011. This is a chance for the Eagles to make a statement, to say to the rest of the league, you know what? Last week was just a blip on the screen. You know, we're still here. We still have a good team, and we are going to the Super Bowl. We have the #1 seed, which means the bye in the playoffs and home field advantage. We'll take care of the San Francisco 49ers. If we play them again, we'll take care of them. But until then, the Eagles just need to keep winning, baby. Just keep winning. And Dallas is the biggest run. So I just think it's very important for the Eagles to get off to a good start. And not getting off to good starts. Last week, they did. They dominated the first quarter against the 49ers. The problem was the Eagles did not score touchdowns in the first quarter. They settled for field goals, and the 49ers eventually took them. Hi, bud. Hi, buddy. So the Eagles need to score touchdowns, be aggressive, first quarter, get out to the lead, force Dallas to play from behind, take the crowd out of the game, and make that Prescott throw interceptions. That's it. That's the game plan, right? A lot of people are saying run the ball, but you run the ball when you have to. If you have the need to run the ball to take time off the clock. You run the ball in the first half to set up play action. It opens up the pass. But I agree with the philosophy that football has changed. We're not living back in the 1960s again, where it was a cloud of dust and you ran the ball most of the time. Football nowadays is throwing the ball, getting the lead, and then you run the ball. As I said, we have weapons. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert is back tomorrow. Dallas Goedert, the Eagles missed him in a lot of different ways. Not only blocking in the offensive line, they missed him as an extra weapon and as a receiver in the middle. They missed him in the red zone when it came time to score touchdowns. I always thought they underutilized Dallas Goedert when he was healthy. They should use him more. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. Use him as the Ravens use Mark Andrews. Use him as San Francisco uses George Kittle. Use him as Kansas City uses Travis Kelce. I think it's going to be a big deal that Dallas Goedert is back tomorrow. 31-30 Eagles. Either way, we'll be back Monday to talk about it. One last thing. Bryce Harper. I love Bryce Harper. He's Mr. Clutch. He has become part of the city of Philadelphia and the surrounding area where I live. Bryce Harper has been everything you could hope for. He's been great with the fans. He's been a great guy as far as the Phillies have made so much money and have paid so much. They have over $300 million. But look at all the money they've made back in tickets and merchandise, jerseys. And Bryce Harper has helped lead the Phillies to the playoffs in the last 2 years. Don't take that for granted because before the last 2 years, the Phillies had not made the playoffs since 2011. He's gotten right to the cusp of the World Championship. But Bryce Harper, you've got 8 years left on the contract. 8 years. You were the one who wanted a long-term contract. And you were satisfied with what the Phillies were paying you. Now Bryce Harper was asking for an extension on his contract, which I think is stupid and ridiculous. Granted, Bryce Harper is not making as much as a Mike Trout. Shohei Ohtani will probably make upwards of $600 million soon. But Bryce, who signed the contract 5 years ago, live up to it. Don't ask the Phillies to extend you now. Maybe when you have a few years left, then talk about extension. Let's see how you're playing. Let's see how your health is. Phillies don't want to get stuck in 8 years and beyond with who's probably going to keep them. Let's face it. And time should be extended and finish those things. But I don't know if I would give myself the extension. I want him to stay in Philadelphia and work with the train ways at the bedroom at the park, at the bank, which I was there for them. I want them to keep leading the Phillies to the playoffs. I do. It's a live player who's 32 years old, keep driving me, who's making $30 million a year. He's going to throw off the rest of the balance of the team. Or would they be able to go sign some other free agents? I don't know. The way I feel is he's already got a contract to live up to. Live up to it. When we get close to the end of that contract, then let's talk. I think a lot of this is coming from the agent. Scott Boras is he's a devil. He's a devil. And it's just actually for me. And unless we've all been fooled, you can't see what's going on. Innocent, believing person. I just can't say that. He's just been so worried with film. I mean, what's he going to do if he don't beat him in the stitch? Is he going to train him? Maybe. I would need to trade person. But if you have to trade person with him, let's go on. You trade him something. And you get one. And imagine if people hooked up. Padres just trading one so the trade levels. So anything's possible. No, I'm just saying, Bryce. Can't we love Philadelphia? We love the fans. We love the fans. Tell your agent, stop it. Maybe in about 5 years, we won't talk about it more. But stop with the extension, okay? I understand he's building a home in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is fine. Whatever he does in his personal life is fine. There's got to be a reason why he wants to live in Tennessee, but right? Maybe he likes the area. Who knows? I can't fault him for that. I'm not living in Philadelphia. I mean, he spends 6 months out of in Philadelphia. I'm just disappointed that he's doing this. So far, it hasn't become a goal. Let's see what the Phillies do. If the Phillies give him the contract, so be it. I think it's a mistake. But if they do, they do. We know Bryce Harper has a lot of power. He's almost like the quasi-general manager, if they don't give him the extension, what's going to happen? Is he going to be an unhappy ball player? I can never see Bryce Harper not playing hard. I can't. I can't. Is he not going to play hard because he's going to pout and he's disappointed that the Phillies didn't extend it? I just can't see that. And I can't see him asking for a trade even. After all these years of saying how much he loved the Phillies, loved the fans, and loved Philadelphia, he wanted to come here. For him to all of a sudden say, I want out, I can't see that either. Because if he did that, he'd be a hypocrite, right? I just wish he never brought it up about an extension. He is the boss. Scott Boras is working for Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper can say to Scott Boras, no more talk about extension. I want to focus on playing ball. The job has not been done. We have not won a world championship here in Philadelphia. Gotten to the World Series and we've got close, but we have not won the World Series. And that's what it's all about. So let's see what the Phillies do next. And let's see what Bryce Harper does after that. But it should be interesting. It should be something to take note of. Well, everyone, thanks for joining me today, this Saturday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Go Eagles tomorrow, huh? 31-30 Eagles. Oh, my NFL pick. That's right. You know, we've been picking games, props for about 8 weeks now, maybe something like that. And I think we've got it right. 7 out of 8 weeks. Last week, I gave you the take Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins for the over in receiving, even as much as 150 yards. And damn if he didn't get it. He got, I think it was 152 last. You know, Tyreek Hill wants to get that record of 2,000 yards receiving, the most ever by a wide receiver in pro football. And what's that record pretty bad? And last week he went up against the really horrible Washington secondary, and he's up this week against another horrible secondary in Tennessee. Let's go back to the well and take Tyreek Hill to go over his receiving number. And you could, I believe it's 104. We'll go. And if you're adventurous, take him for 120. If you can get 150, do it. Nothing's going to stop Tyreek Hill. But he's just too good. But that's Monday. The Dolphins don't play anybody. Tomorrow, you know, as far as the team is concerned, I think I said this last week. I actually like the Seattle Seahawks. They're getting 10.5 points. I like them playing the 49ers. And the reason is because the 49ers had that emotional game also against the Eagles. Now they go back home and play the Seahawks team that they just beat 2 weeks ago. It's really hard to beat a team twice in a row in any sport. That close to level. I think Seattle is desperate. Clinging to any hopes of making the playoffs. I think this is going to be Seattle's Super Bowl, and they're going to go into San Francisco and they're going to play a close game. But certainly, I believe they'll cover that 10.5 point spread. So, I would say tomorrow, I like Seattle to keep it close. And Sunday night, as I said, I just feel that A.J. Brown and CeeDee Lamb, the 2 star wide receivers, are both going to have big. There we go. So, we'll see what happens. Well, Bud's here on the floor, sleeping away. And so I'll say goodbye for him. And everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great Saturday and a great Sunday as we get closer and closer to Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to all my friends out there too. And I hope everybody has a good week. So go Eagles tomorrow night, yeah? And we'll see you Monday. Lord willing, talk more Eagles. And who knows what else we're going to talk about. So please join us. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.